takes him to 5th. UJGC sets the fastest lap again with a 1:49.2. Still 6 drivers without a time set, and of course Kent Chaos, who's going to be at the back because he's already retired without setting a time. Who have we got coming up here? It's 50 Gent. 50 Gent is going to improve to 7th, 1:52.0. Is that Syme about to complete his lap? He's quick, he's very quick. It's pole, provisional pole for Syme with a 1:49.2, just 19 thousandths of a second quicker than UJ. And we've got somebody else out, Ben Lane. Ben Lane has binned it and he's out, and so is Ninjas. Ben Lane and Ninjas both out of the session, coming into the main straight, I believe. Let's see if we can pick any of that up as Swanton's approaching that area. Scornful, sorry, and he nearly hit the wall as well. The conditions catching people out and people are hitting walls. Scornful's going to pit, but we have lost 3 drivers already. Here comes Swanton, what can he do? A 1:51.9 takes him 8th. Next round, I believe, is 50 Gent, the remaining AlphaTauri. After Ben Lane crashed out without setting a time. And Ben Lane is pitting. Behind him is Al Newt, who goes 8th. Al Newt goes 8th. Easy Life is out, and it seems to be in the same place. Syme is now out as well. MK5 goes 5th, 1:51.4. And there's a hash just reversing out of the escape road there. Conditions really causing problems, and the current pole sitter, as well as 4 others, are all out of the session already. We've still got 6 minutes plus left on the clock, so it's going to be nice and empty. Here comes Boris. For some reason the time's showing 3 minutes. I don't think that's very accurate, unless it was an outlap. No, it was a 1:50 point. No, that was his original time. Some timing issues there, possibly. Who's the next one round? I think it's Al Newt again. He's 3 seconds over, according to this. Sainzy's on an outlap. MK5 on bags. He's on a quick lap. He's not going to improve his time. Just behind is the other Haas of El Buckle, who also doesn't improve. Then comes Levi, who's pitting. So back to the other Haas of Scornful, who's on an outlap. And here's Boris. He's a second over his time. Hello to the bot with the silly comment in chat. So thank you. Who's next? Our Newt is pitting. MK5 on bags is up on his time as the other Red Bull also goes up a bit. King Kong up to 7th. Now that's the kind of offer we can get behind. Hello Ches, how are we doing? Hope you're well, buddy. The rain is causing carnage in Azerbaijan. Though not quite as bad as that time we did Vietnam in the rain. Yep, I'll be racing the Prospects Realistic tier at 10 PM. A nice double header from me this evening. This one is, I think, 28 laps or so after quali, so should run straight into each other. I will turn the stream off and back on, so it's separate, but yeah. Should keep you entertained all evening if you want to stick around and see how bad I am. Anyway, on to much better than me. Who have we got coming round now? Here comes Scornful Griffin. And just doesn't improve. 2 minutes remaining. Here comes Boris. And Boris is up with a 149.7, but he remains in third. King Kong is going into the pits, and then there's a big gap round to Sainsey will be the next one around. He's up in the first two sectors on his own time, so he could be improving here. He can take just over a tenth. Oh, and has he hit the wall, or was that just an added sound effect? I'm not sure. May have taken a brush with the wall there, and that's easily done there. And he doesn't improve his time, and Al Newt is out. Al Newt has hit that wall that we just saw. And he's right in the middle of the track as well. And El Buckle just managed to avoid his car. And MK5 is also out. I think it may be a case of people manually retiring now if they're finished, as they won't get round to start another lap. Scornful is 1.4 seconds quicker, and Scornful moves up to 5th, 150.3. I have indeed spent many a time in a wall, yes, just have a look at my stream from last Thursday at Abu Dhabi if you'd like to see me in a wall. Here we go then, the timer is running out and we've only got a couple as the Sloth has also hit that wall. We've only got a couple left on laps. Sainsey is one of those and will be the next across the line. So we'll keep with Sainsy, but Syme looks to have pole position sewn up. Unless a late show from someone here. Here comes Sainsy. Can he improve? Yes, he can. He's up to 7th. Sainsy's up to 7th. We've got an Alpha Tauri. Not that one. It's Levi going up to 10th. Next round will be Swanton. Swanton will go 5th. UJGC pole for UJ. Pole for UJ unless Smug can do something about it. No, he's only 7th. And that just leaves Scornful as the last one. And that's that. And it's pole for UJGC, who won 2 weeks ago in Portugal, was pole last week and crashed out. No, Ches, this is a completely different league. So just running through quickly, UJGC with pole from Syme, second row Boris Johnson and MK5 on bags, Swanton and Scornful row 3 with Smug Git and Sainsy behind, King Kong and Levi, Al Newt and 50 Gent, the Sloth, El Buckle, Ninjas, and then the ones that didn't set times, Easy Life, Ronnie, Ben Lane and Kent Chaos. Coming up next, we have about a 3-minute wait and then it's go time. Yeah, just to answer that in chat, Chairs, it's a completely different league. I just had a little look online, found one that was looking for a commentator. I'm a better commentator than I am a driver in this game, so I thought, why not? And get more viewers doing comps as well. So you never know, it might be something we look to do a lot more of moving forward this year, especially with the new game coming out. Obviously, doubt I'll get 100,000 followers or however many it is for yourself, mate. But we'll do our best, and it looks like sunshine for the race. So a bit less carnage than qualifying, hopefully. We do have a very good grid here in this league. The first race I commentated on, everybody made it round. 20 finishes out of 20. I was very impressed by that. And there were only about 4 or 5 DNFs last week, and 3 or 4 of those were pit and quits. Obviously, Baku, many more walls to hit on this one, and the rain causing some carnage in qualifying there, as we saw. So yeah, just a slight little delay here while players sort their setups and get their strategies in place. As usual, 1 or 2 stop strategy if it stays dry, mediums and hards, or perhaps somebody going on the softs and gambling to see if there's a safety car, which can happen quite a lot here at Baku with a narrow track and lots of walls, as I mentioned. So we shall see. The front 2 rapid as ever, UJ and Syme. Keep an eye out for Boris as well. He's been driver of the day 2 weeks in a row while I've done comms on this league, so definitely keep an eye out for Boris Johnson off the second row. Joker in the Mercedes, unfortunately not with us this week. Let's have a look in the Discord, just make sure. There we go, the ready up message has been sent, so we have the 30-second countdown, as you can see. And then I'll run through the entire grid again during the formation lap before we get going. In the race. Yeah, race setups normally have pre-saved strategies as well, fuel load and tyre strategy, pit stop stuff, etc. It's a bit of a rush to do it in 30 seconds. Here we go for the formation lap then. Make sure I've got everything here. I think we'll have tyre there. So we got 2 of the back markers going on the softs and everyone else is on the mediums to start. Don't want that, we want that. That's it. So we'll run through the grid again, and on the front row it's the McLaren of UJ GC with TSL Syme in second. In the Williams, then Boris Johnson in the Ferrari, MK5 on bags, the Red Bull, Swanton Bomb in the Alpine with Scornful Griffin in the Haas, Smug Git in the Alfa Romeo, great name, still love that name, with Sainsy in the Aston Martin in 8th, King Kong in the other Red Bull in 9th, with Levi running up the top 10. In the Alfa Romeo, Al Newt is in 11th in the Alpine, followed by 50 Gent in the Alpha Tauri. The single Mercedes today, the Sloth, is in 13th, with El Buckle, the second of the Hasses, in 14th. Ninjas in the Ferrari is 15th, with Easy Life in 16th in the McLaren. Ronnie in the Aston Martin is 17th, with Ben Lane in the Alpha Tauri. Those two, the only 2 on soft tyres, and Kent Chaos is 19th and last in the Williams after that first lap qualifying crash. We've got 5 people watching live. Come and say hello in the chat, drop us a follow. That's good. Sometimes I feel like I'm talking to myself on here, so excellent to see the numbers in modern singular. Double figures next week. That's the way to do it. So here we go. They're coming back to the grid now. And let's see how many get disqualified for bad parking. It's not easy getting the grid slot right. And we've got a couple. We've got a couple just as they form up now. And another one. I like this top one, medium hard, one-stop strategy. That popped up just at the right time after you asked that. Here we go. Here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go. And does Syme get the run up the inside of UJ? No, he does not. But he maintains second place, and they're coming through behind. Let's make sure everybody gets through there. There's a little bit of ghosting going on. Ninjas has fallen to the back, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 1 as well. And Sainsy has gone to the back, I believe. Sainsy has crashed at the beginning here, and now Levi is also losing positions and has lost a bit of his front wing. And now there's a yellow flag further forward, and MK5 on bags is in the escape road and has no front wing. Something very bad has happened there, and he's going to have to limp round to the pits. Back up front, UJGC leads Sime and Boris into the castle section, with Swanton dropping a little bit behind. I think the main strategy for this race has to just be avoid carnage at the beginning, and then see where you are. I'm not actually sure of the assists rules on this league. Most leagues take off the most basic assist, the braking and steer assists, and pit, DRS, ERS assists, etc. But some do restrict traction control, etc. The one I drive in doesn't. Yes, we'd have probably done Azerbaijan chase. Definitely one to crash on. But we've managed to get round without a safety car in the first lap. Levi is pitting. He was one who got damage in the beginning as Easy Life and Kent fight it out. Kent may have gone ghosting. Sainsy now hobbles round to the pits, as does MK5 on bags, the ones who got damage in the first lap. And a yellow in sector 3. I think, is that just MK5 leaving the pits, I believe. He's quit. He's pit and quit. MK5 is out of the race. UJGC leads from Simon, Boris Johnson, Swanton and Scornful. That remains your top 5. We'll have a little look, see what battles get the closest on track, of course. For now, we'll just keep an eye on the leaders as Boris looks to get a run on Sime into the big, long main straight. Of course, DRS not yet available until they cross the line. UJ sets the fastest lap with a 1:44.3. Boris is getting very close, but not yet making the move on Sime. The two soft runners, Ben Lane and Ronnie, have managed to make their way up through the field into 9th and 10th. They started at the back. They've managed to avoid carnage. And Ben Lane could be going for a move now as we speak on Al Newt. Those soft tyres, they're not going to last long, but while they do, they are racing indeed. And Kent Chaos is pitting. Ben Lane and Ronnie right up behind Al Newt. The soft tyres proving to be quite quick at the beginning of this race. We're on lap 3 of 26, and a little wobble from Al Newt is just going to give Ben Lane the encouragement to hunt him down. And here he goes for the move. Not this time. Not this time, but I think it's a matter of time before the two of them are going to get past Al Newt. It might be with the use of... And Ben's made a wobble, and Ronnie gets past Ben Lane there. As they all come now into the straight with DRS now enabled. Ninjas is out. Ninjas is out of the race. Ninjas has had a crash and is out of the race, and at the moment it's just yellow flags. The Sloth overtakes 50 Gent there. I'm just keeping an eye on where Ninja's car is. That should be okay. Sainsbury may have caught a bit of wall there. He seems to be ghosting. I'm not sure about that. Newt has now been overtaken by the two soft runners, and now 50 Gent and Sloth are battling as well. Sainsbury has overtaken Kent Chaos. They seem to both be ghosting, but that might just be on my screen. That happened last week. Here comes the Sloth following 50 Gent. UJ in front has got a 1.5 second gap to Simon in second. With Boris Johnson a further second behind. Scornful is closing up to Swanton. We'll have a look over there in a minute. Here he is coming into the main straight. DRS very powerful here. Is it going to be enough to get him a run? Down the pit straight. The DRS is open, but he's going to run out of track before he can get a move done. .50 Gent, however, might fancy a go at Al Newt, with the Sloth having a look just behind. Great battling in the midfield. We've only lost 2 drivers so far. We're on lap 5 now. 12.26 here in Baku. And up the inside, this could be a problem, and he had to bail out of it there. 50 Gent bails out of it, and the Sloth takes the position. Al Newt closed the door there on 50 Gent, and the Sloth took full advantage and took 11th spot. This does remain the closest battle on track at the moment. I will keep an eye on Scornful, see if he can make a move on Swanton. Everyone else is a bit spaced out. Boris is within a second again of Syme. Oh, we've dropped down to 3 viewers. I know there's plenty more viewings, of course, afterwards, as the drivers have been telling me how they enjoy watching it back, which is good, as Ben Lane now looks for a run on Ronnie, and they're both pitting, so the soft tyres did not last very long. Both of them are pitting at the same time off the soft tyres. Now, are they going to go to hards and try to go to the end, or are they two stopping? It's mediums for Ronnie and mediums for Ben Lane. A slower stop for Ben Lane. And they come out and rejoin as Boris is making headway on Syme now. I am not yet on affiliate on here. I've not had enough viewers or followers or whatever you need to do for that just yet. But I've barely really only started using it to record my races for stewarding purposes when I have a crash initially. So it's only started to build with being able to do the league commentaries, etc. So if that comes in the future, then that's good. And Boris is going to fancy a go down the pit straight on Syme here, as he's a lot closer than he was before. Here we go from the helicopter cam. Here comes Boris Johnson. Here comes Boris. He's going to get the move done here on Syme. Great pass into turn 1. Boris Johnson up to second place. He was my driver to watch before the start of the race. I don't want to do any commentators cursing, so I'm going to say nothing else about that. And 50 Gent is past Al Newt on that straight. And UJ, the leader's out! The leader is out! And I think we've got a safety car. There is his car! He's hit the wall! And just as I was talking about not jinxing Boris Johnson, UJ, from the lead, has hit the wall. I think we have a safety car. There's a couple pitting. It is, I think, a full safety car. Unreal. UJGC leading comfortably for the first 6 laps into the wall. It wasn't a full safety car because we're back racing. It must have just been a virtual. I wish that the game would tell me that when I'm doing comms, but there you go. Yes, UJ is out and Boris Johnson now leads. Syme is in second again, with Swanton in third, Scornful Griffin fourth, Smudget is fifth with King Kong 6th. The Sloth is up to 7th now with 50 Gent in 8th. Ronnie, after his pit stop, is 9th. And Ben Lane is 10th. A couple of people pitted under the VSC there, including Al Newt, who is 11th. Levi is chasing him. Sainsey is 13th with El Buckle in 14th, who also pitted under the VSC, and Easy Life did as well in 16th with Kent Chaos in 15th ahead of him. A few ghost cars on my screen, but that might just be my screen, so I won't go on about that. Closest on track then is 50 Gent chasing the Sloth. That's an unfortunate incident there for UJ. I was just commenting on Boris being up into second, and I flicked away and missed it, unfortunately. But you can't watch 20 cars all at once, I'm afraid. We will try to do our best to get all the best action as Kent Chaos pits. We reckon the pit window for the mediums will be around lap 11? 10 or 11, if you can stretch them further, that'll make it easier for the hards later on. Of course, barring any more incidents, if a safety car's thrown, then everyone will pit, but we shall see. Levi is now right behind Al Newt. And maybe making the move shortly as they come into the pit straight. This should be a relatively easy pass for Levi. And here we go on board. DRS open. Al Newt not making it easy, taking the inside line. Levi makes it round the outside. And up into 11th. 50 Gent, the only other one within a second at the moment. As Boris leads Syme by 1.5 seconds. Up at the front. Lap 9 of 26. Here is your leader in the Ferrari. Cheers, cheers, thanks for popping in, always welcome. And yeah, I might swear a little bit when I'm racing, so be warned. And into the pits comes Smug Git. Maybe a little earlier than my prediction of lap 10 or 11. Well, we're starting lap 10, so not really. Here he goes with a set of hards that will hopefully complete the race. And he's going to come out racing with Ronnie, and behind Ronnie in 9th place. So Ronnie and Ben Lane from the back of the grid have done an excellent job starting on the softs, but now they're on mediums. They are going to have to pit again. So how much of an advantage will they get? I'm not so sure. Of course, the possibility of a safety car to throw a spanner in the works. And we're all pretty spaced out at the moment. 50 Gent closest at the moment to Sloth. And Boris is now 2.5 seconds ahead. He's extending his lead. Maybe Syme's tyres are going off quicker than Boris's up at the front. There he goes down the straight. Is he going to box? He is going to box. Boris Johnson boxes from the lead. Syme goes through and continues. Swanton has also pit in 3rd. And Scornful pits. Clean stop for Boris. Here's Swanton. Clean stop for him. Scornful may have... No, he hasn't jumped Swanton there. 50 Gent is now up to 4th. We've got a yellow in sector 2. That might be Easy Life. And he's hit the wall and lost his front wing. Pieces of McLaren F1 car all over the track, and it could be a safety car. We might have a safety car here. I believe we do. The safety car is out. So those who didn't pit just now are going to have an advantage, I think. Syme, 50 Gent especially. Easy's Life's crashed there. Some debris on the track, and we've got a safety car. Where is the leader? Syme, he is still quite away from the pit lane. Boris is 16 seconds behind. Obviously they're all strangled by Delta now, so they can't speed or they'll get a penalty. Levi's gone onto the soft tyres. Round comes Syme. El Buckle is out. El Buckle is out of the race. El Buckle has smashed into the wall where you can see his car in the background. As Syme pits, where is Boris? Boris is coming down the main straight. Syme is changing front wing, so Boris is going to regain the lead. Boris back into the lead. Where is Swanton now? Swanton is coming round as Syme exits the pit lane. So Syme retains 2nd. Swanton is 3rd. Scornful is 4th. Smug Git is up to 5th. As 50 Gent, Ronnie and Ben Lane all pit. They're going to go for the hards to the end. Everybody's gone for the hards to the end, apart from Levi, who's on the softs, and Easy Life. Kent Chaos, who's on the mediums and hasn't pitted in this little safety car window. Also not pitting Al Newt, as we now await the field catching the safety car. I think it was Easy Life scattering pieces of McLaren all over the track that caused the safety car, but then under safety car conditions, El Buckle hit the wall on turn 2, sorry, and he's also out of the race. So now we're going to have a couple of laps quiet to recover with the safety car. Cars are scattered all over the track at the moment, so it will take at least another lap to catch up. It might be 2 more laps. So let's run through the order now as it settles down. In the lead, Boris Johnson in the Ferrari. Syme in second in the Williams. He may have jumped Boris Johnson if he didn't have to have a wing change. Swanton is in third in the Alpine with Stormful Griffin in fourth. In the Haas, Smug Git has jumped to fifth. He's had an excellent strategic position there with the safety car. He's up to fifth with King Kong in sixth in the Red Bull. Everyone's ghosted on my screen today again for some reason. 50 Gent is in seventh in the AlphaTauri with Ronnie managing that 2-stopper now in eighth. The Sloth is ninth in the Mercedes with Ben Lane in the AlphaTauri in 10th. We've still got a little bit of a gap back to Al Newt, who's catching the field up, with Levi in 12th on the soft tyres. So he's going to have to stop again. He'll be hoping for another late safety car to make this one work. Sainsey is in 13th in the Aston Martin. Kent Chaos is 14th, and Easy Life is your last runner still on the track in 15th. The DNFs, El Buckle, UJ, Ninjas and MK5. So back to the front as they follow the safety car. Still 2 or 3 to catch up, so it may not be in this lap. We may have another lap of safety car as we hit the halfway point of the race. Still a long way to go. That might be it for the pit stops by 1 or 2 people, if no more incidents. But plenty of racing still to be done, and of course the safety car bunches everybody up. So let's see how it goes. Sainsey just gets onto the tail of the field. There's been no indication yet that the safety car's in, so I would assume that the safety car is going round again. As the last 2, Kent Chaos and Easy Life, will need to catch the field up, which they should do within the first little bit of the next lap. Boris almost urging the safety car to go quicker. He's right on the tail of the safety car. And Easy Life now coming round turn 1 and 2, and they should catch on to the tail of the field very shortly. And they now do. Your mini track map there shows the full snake now connected up, so we will be racing again at the end of this lap. Safety car restarts, of course, on this very long pit straight. Always an interesting one. Boris will try and leave it maybe as late as possible to go, unless he feels that he can catch people unaware and make a swift getaway. Of course, DRS now disabled for 3 laps until the DRS is turned back on. The safety car is indeed in this lap, and Boris will now slow the field and allow the safety car to peel away. Here we go then. Into the straight we come. The safety car is now back in the pit lane. Boris is controlling the pace. Syme is ready on his heels. Boris will try and take as long as he can here. And here we go. We're back underway, racing again. And are there going to be any moves into turn 1 here? There are a couple. Ben Lane has overtaken the Sloth. Ronnie is now having a good look up the inside of 50 Gent, and he can't quite make that just yet. But they are battling again. Ronnie trying to go up the inside of the next corner. Has he got enough? No, he hasn't. Not this time. But it's brought the midfield all really close together, and they're all on hard tyres of a similar age now. So, no real advantages either way. Levi's on the softs, but because of the extended safety car period, they're already 4 laps old. As we go through the castle section, all very tight in this part of the track, not many opportunities to overtake. We'll stay with this midfield battle for now. So we will look further forward as Smug... Oh wait, we've got a sector 2 yellow flag. Easy Life again is in some trouble and has tailed off the field. Here goes Smug. Is he too far back? I think he is. I don't think Ben Lane is. I think Ben Lane's the closest. With a bit of DRS, here's Ronnie. Here's Ronnie going up the inside of 50 Gent. Bit of a wobble in behind for the other AlphaTauri. Ronnie makes the place his. Kent Chaos has overtaken Al Newt behind, and Al Newt is out. Al Newt has crashed, and Al Newt is out of the race. That's stricken Alpine on the first corner. I'm sure that's going to be a safety car again. Is it? Easy Life is in the pits, and oh, it ghosted just in time there. That could have been an accident, and the car has now been cleared, thankfully. Al Newt is another retirement, and Easy Life is now on the softs. So no change in the order of the top 5 after the safety car. Boris Johnson leads from TSL Syme. Swanton Bomb is 3rd. Scornful Griffin in 4th, with Smug in 5th. King Kong is 6th. Ronnie is now up to 7th, with Ben Lane sniffing his gearbox in 8th in the first of the AlphaTauri. His teammate 50 Gent is behind in 9th, with the Sloth rounding off the top 10. Kent Chaos, Sainsy, Levi Hughes and Easy Life are still going outside of the points. Levi has ditched the soft tyres and is now on mediums for the rest of the race, I would assume. Boris Johnson sets the fastest lap of the race in the Ferrari, and DRS is now back on. And Ben Lane is going to have some of it to try and get to Ronnie. 50 Gent has dropped back a little. Here goes Ben Lane, he's getting close to looking for a dive up the inside. He's thought better of it. Sainsy is now in the pits. Some of the backmarker drivers thinking about going for mediums, see if they can increase some pace to the end of the race. Kent Chaos might have a job keeping his mediums to the end, having already done 9 laps on them. And a yellow in sector 1 is Sainsy, and Easy's life coming to problems. Sainsy has lost his front wing once again. I don't know if Easy Life was involved with that or was just passing him after he had his own incident. But he's out, he's hit the wall and he's out. And that's in the middle of the track. Sainsy is out. I'm going to keep an eye on this, because are they going to do this under... Oh, I tried to keep an eye on it, but it switched me. They got rid of his car under double yellows, which is handy, as I thought that was going to be another safety car. But Sainsy is out of the race, and we're down to 13, and it gives some hope to Easy Life and Levi at the back on fresh tyres that maybe they've just got to keep going to the end to get in the top 10. Predictably, a few more DNFs than usual when it comes to Baku. Of course, Singapore, Monaco, similar. Very tight street circuits, lots of walls to potentially end up in. Ronnie now very close and overtaking King Kong. Ronnie has overtaken King Kong, and Ben Lane is looking to do similar. Ronnie up to 6th. He could be in with a shout of driver of the day as he started right at the back. Ben Lane started next to him and he's still right up with him. The gamble to start on softs seemingly paying off for these two. Ben Lane, we're going to keep an eye on Ben Lane here because he's a bit closer, but the Red Bull has got good pace. Not quite making it this time, but he might do here, and he pulls out and takes the position into turn 2. But King Kong will try and fight back possibly. Both have DRS. Thirteen drivers remain. Scornful now closing a little on Swanton. The top 5 unchanged from the safety car period. You'd assume that they've done all of their pit stops. So let's see if it stays the same. Ben Lane still chasing Ronnie. They've both cleared King Kong now, who's down to 8th. Ben Lane's going to fancy it going up the straight here. He's right in behind Ronnie. He's going to get a bit of DRS help here. And surely now you've got to fancy him to take the position as Boris Johnson sets another fastest lap of the race. He's 1.82 seconds now in front of Syme in second, as Ben Lane does make the move on Ronnie for 6th place. The strength there of the DRS shown for you. And Ronnie will have a look straight away to try and take that back. The pit straight DRS just absolutely undefendable. And so it proved for Ben Lane up to 6th, as Scornful has closed up again in Sector 1 on Swanton. What he needs to do is keep that through Sector 2 and get a run up that pit straight with DRS. Here we go, on board with Scornful Griffin. Swanton has just managed to keep out of the DRS range in the last couple of laps when it comes to the start-finish straight. This time might well be different though. Let's see. There you go, you can see just how close they are. He does have DRS, but he's too far back to make any kind of move. Swanton actually maintaining the second after the DRS line. And the Sloth seems to have caught up a little bit to 50 Gent around the second gap. And Smugget is out! Smug gets out of the race. Smugget is in the wall. Nearly collected there by Sloth as well. Smugget is out and we're down to 12. Again, just yellow flags. But Smug is out and Ben Lane is now 5th. Ben and Ronnie from the back, 5th and 6th. Excellent race for them. Up front is still Boris Johnson. He's led from the front since he made the overtake on Syme for second, and then UJ crashed out immediately after. Syme is 1.5 seconds down the road. You can see the distance there on that long range cam. He's not making any impression though. Swanton Bomb is in third with Scornful, again just too far back to utilise that DRS. Ben Lane 5th with Ronnie in 6th. King Kong is in 7th in the Red Bull with 50 Gent in the AlphaTauri in 8th. The Sloth is 9th with Kent Chaos in 10th. Levi Hughes 11th, and Easy Life rounds up the 12 cars still out on track. Just 2 more crash out and Easy Life will get a point, finishing last. I've been in that position many a time in league racing, thinking I'm not getting any points, I'm struggling, but enough people crash out and you end up at the points. So fair play, he's still going. He might have difficulty making them softs last another 4 or 5 laps, but we shall see. Sloth is the closest on track to an opponent now. He's chasing 50 Gent. And we've got about 5 laps left. Can Sloth make any impression on 50 Gent? Needs to be within that second going into the detection zone to get the DRS. Didn't get the DRS, so another lap goes by with Sloth not managing to make an impression on 50 Gent there. Mercedes, of course, running single-handed this week with Joker missing, so Sloth will hope to pick up as many points as he can, as will everybody else, of course. Boris Johnson leads. He's the only Ferrari left, as Ninja's crashed out early. Syme is in second. His teammate Kent Chaos is in 10th, so possibly a Williams double finish. Swanton is third. Al Newt, his teammate, is out. Scornful is fourth, and his teammate El Buckle is out. Alpha Tauri 5th and 8th. Ben Lane and 50 Gent. Ronnie is the only Aston still going. He's 6th. Sainsy has gone, as has MK5 on bags, who is King Kong's Red Bull teammate. King Kong's in 7th. No points for Alfa Romeo at the moment, but Levi is closing in on Kent Chaos with younger tyres for that last point scoring spot. And Easy Life is 12th, and UJ has gone, so not looking good for McLaren at the moment. We'll keep an eye on Levi as he is coming up to Kent Chaos, and it may be that Alfa Romeo's day is not completely fruitless, as past he's going to go. And up into 10th place goes Levi Hughes. Syme has closed the gap to Boris. Could we have a fight for the lead after all, as Kent Chaos has given up the ghost on those medium tyres and is now pitting? He just lost 10th place. They were giving up on him and he's gone to softs for the last 3 laps. But Syme is now within a second of Boris Johnson. Could we be seeing a scrap for the win in these last 3 laps? Swanton is 10 seconds down the road now, with Scornful also a bit gapped, 2 seconds behind. They're all spread out nicely apart from these front 2, and the Sloth still within a second of 50 Gent just about. But we're going to keep an eye on this battle for the lead, as Syme is now going to have DRS on Boris down the straight. And what's going to happen here? His tyres are only a lap younger. He has a look to the inside, but he's not close enough yet. He'll hope to follow closely here. And Easy Life is out. Easy Life has crashed out. And that's literally just where the leaders are coming up to. We've got yellow flags. And ball! And I think Syme hit him. I think Syme may have hit Easy Life's car. Syme may have hit Easy Life's car. I'm not sure if he's got damage. I think maybe he's gotten away with that. But we are down to just 11. We're on lap 25 of 26. Just one more after this one. And Syme is still within that 1 second, but is he going to get close enough to make a move down the pit straight, which is the best overtaking chance. It's all about getting the right exit from these couple of corners. Uses a bit of curb, but he is right on the gearbox now of Boris Johnson. You can see for yourself, it's close. DRS open, can he do it? We're going into the final lap of the race. He's chosen to try and go around the outside. Boris defends. He's got round. Has he taken the place? Boris is going to fight back into turn 2. Amazing! Oh, they've collided! They've collided! They've collided. Boris caught the rear wheel of Syme, and they both collided and both managed to keep going somehow. Boris is again going to make the move down the inside of the next corner. He's touched him again! He's hit him again! Boris hits him on the rear wheel again! And now takes the lead! The steward's room is going to be busy tonight with that one. Syme will feel that he had the lead of the race clear, and Boris has nudged him in turn 2 and turn 3, and now Boris is back in front. Amazing stuff on the last lap of the race here in Baku. Can Syme make another passing opportunity? It's difficult in the end section of this track. Syme is going to try and throw everything at it though, as he follows Boris Johnson through the last couple of corners. This may be a drag race to the line. Boris should have enough, I think. It's not for me to comment on what's going to happen in the steward's room, but there was definitely contact more than one occasion there on the final lap. Boris Johnson wins in Baku. Syme comes home in second. Swanton Bomb is on the podium in third, with Scornful Griffin in fourth. Ben Lane in fifth. What a drive from him, with Ronnie in sixth. Those two gambled on the softs from the start, and it worked from the back of the grid. King Kong finishes seventh, with 50 Gent coming home eighth. The Sloth in the Mercedes ninth, and Levi Hughes will finish 10th for Alfa Romeo. Kent Chaos, the tyres just didn't last for him, and he's going to finish 11th and last of the finishing runners. Your DNFs: Easy Life, Smug Git, Sainsy, Al Newt, El Buckle, UJGC, Ninjas and MK5 on bags. What a race. What a final lap. I'm sure there will be lots of opinions on what you saw there. You can watch that back later on, drivers, and let us know what you think as well. Amazing race. Boris Johnson wins, but Syme will not be happy with how that went down. Here is Boris Johnson. Syme second and Swanton Bomb third. That is your podium for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. What a race here in the Dynamic Racing Series. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. It's been a fantastic race. I'm going to need to catch my breath. I'll go through the final standings for you once again. Boris Johnson for Ferrari wins and takes the fastest lap point. Syme in second for Williams, with Swanton Bomb third, Scornful Griffin fourth, Ben Lane and Ronnie making the two stoppers work, fifth and sixth. King Kong and the Red Bull seventh, 50 Gent eighth, the Sloth ninth, Levi Hughes 10th, Kent Chaos 11th, and the rest did not make it to the end. That is your lot for now from me, Blobby Butler, with the Dynamic Racing Series. I will be back in about 40 minutes time, where instead of hearing me commentate, you can hear me swear and panic as I am racing in the Prospects E-Racing League Realistic tier. It's on USA, and I hate that track, so it should be very funny for you all to watch and tell me how bad I am. But I'll be back next Monday as well on comms for the Dynamic Racing Series. Thanks to all of the DRS again for inviting me on. I much appreciate it. And yes, I'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight and 10 o'clock on Thursday with my own bad racing, and then back here on comms on Mondays from 8 PM with the DRS. Thank you very much.